Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Reggae Boyz commentary. Like, share, and subscribe, please.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary. Like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boyz commentary. Like, share, and subscribe.
Reggae Boyz commentary. Subscribe, like, and share. Is that the right order?
This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Center, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. Hello everyone, I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boyz commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. Really appreciate it. So what can we say? Mixed results, different results for Jamaicans competing in the European competitions today. As we know, Thursday is that they settled for the UEFA Europa League and the UEFA Europa Conference League. The UEFA Europa Conference League is a league that was set up well, last season was its inaugural season, so this is quite new. Well, as we know, as in relation to the Europa League, which is the second tier European competition behind the Champions League, this is something that has been around since 1971. It was first the UEFA Cup, now it's rebranded to the UEFA Europa League. 1971, this competition came about. The Champions League, it came about 1955. So remember the years, 1955, 1971, and 2021. So those are the important things to remember as it relates to these competitions. So that's something that we can really mesh our mind into and really process it. So you all can let me know your thoughts about all of this, really, and the progress that has been made. So without further ado, here we go. Michael Antonio. That's right, Michael Antonio and West Ham United. They have picked up their first win in the UEFA Europa Conference League this season. That is right. They registered a 3-1 win over Romanian club FCSB out of Romania. So they're up and running within the competition, and they're now at the top of Group B based on their result today. In the other group, being counter Anderlecht, they got the better of Silkeborg out of Denmark by a scoreline of 1-0. So this puts West Ham United at the top of the table in the UEFA Europa Conference League. This is back-to-back seasons where West Ham United are playing in European competition. Because remember last season, the West Ham United outfit, they went all the way to not only the quarterfinals of the League Cup, but they also went to the semi-finals. The semi-finals of the UEFA Europa League. Yes, that is right. That is the furthest they've been in a European competition. They got through Dynamo Zagreb, Rapid Wien, Genk. In the round of 16, they got by Sevilla. In the quarterfinals, they got by Lyon. And when they went to the semi-finals, they took on Eintracht Frankfurt, who eventually won the competition. Yeah, Eintracht Frankfurt, they got the better of West Ham United 2-1 at the London Stadium, and they won 1-0 over in Frankfurt. So they got the better of West Ham United. You know, every time I think of Eintracht Frankfurt, I think of Michael Hector because of his time that he spent at the club, you know? So that's my memory when I think about Eintracht Frankfurt, because of the journey that they have had since then, and now to be Europa League champions and now playing their trade in the Champions League this season after finishing 11th in the Bundesliga. It just feels, you know, different. Put it that way. It feels different. Very, 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 very different. But yeah, they were in the final of the DFB Pokal Cup back in 2017, where they lost to Borussia Dortmund 2-1. And Michael Hector played at centre half in that game in a back three. That Eintracht Frankfurt team had Marco Fabian from the CONCACAF region in Mexico, and Timothy Chandler from the United States team, German born, but still, yeah, Timothy Chandler. So it was a compelling unit for that game in particular. So that's where things are in relations to the UEFA Europa Conference League, the third tier of football. And when you look at the other teams that are playing within this competition as a whole, you look at it and you say to yourself, this is a chance for a Reggae Boy to win the European trophy. A real, genuine chance to do that. If you look at it and look at the teams that are in the leagues, you have Fiorentina, Istanbul, Başakşehir, Anderlecht, West Ham United, Villarreal, Partizan, AZ Alkmaar, Ghent, Basel, and then you're going to have a few more teams that will be dropping from the Europa League. And you'd have to say that if West Ham United plays their strongest team in this competition, that they have a genuine chance of actually winning it. And a Reggae Boy, we can say, has a chance of actually going on to win the trophy. Wouldn't that be something exciting? Well, it's something that we should all appreciate, right? It's something that should be spoken about, mentioned, highlighted. So why not? Why not? That is something that we should really, really grasp. So let's hope that it is something that, you know, as time progresses and they go through the rounds, that the team goes and does well and makes progress. And by the way, Mikel Antonio scored in the 90th minute for West Ham United in their 3-1 win over FCSB out from Romania. Now, let's talk about the other individual, another player that you guys have been interested in. And that is in relation to a player that goes by the nickname called Pooh. Yes, Pooh. So what is the situation specifically with Pooh? Well, here's the situation with Pooh. Kaheem Paris didn't leave the bench to make his debut as Dynamo Kiev fell 2-1 to Fenerbahce in the UEFA Europa League. And I know a lot of people in the comments have been speaking about their concerns and their fears, specifically in relation to Paris, and their real grouses in relation to this potential matter. And I think it's fair to have that sort of reaction in the environment that he is in. But the home games in this competition are going to be played in Poland. So where Paris is concerned, for the time being, he's good. He's doing well. He's fine. So that's not something to be overly concerned or worried about. So a tough start for Dynamo Kiev in this competition. Who in this competition have picked up results? Arsenal, they got the better of Zurich by 2-1. PSV Eindhoven and Bodo Glimt drew 1-1. Bachi, they got the better of Dynamo Kiev 2-1. And Gen got the better of AEK Lamaka out of Cyprus by a 2-1 scoreline. In Group C, Real Betis got the better of HJK out of Finland, while Ludogorets Razgrad, they got the better of Roma 2-1. So, tough start for Jose Mourinho in the Europa League. Braga got the better of Malmo 2-0. Union Saint-Galois got the better of Union Berlin 1-0. Manchester United, they fell in this competition 1-0 to Real Sociedad. Yeah, tough start for them, this competition. Penalty scored in this game, and United are off to a losing start in the competition. Mendes scoring in the 59th minute of this encounter. So it's tough going for United on the opening day, but they're just going to have to keep on going. Sheriff defeated Omania 3-0. Nantes defeated Olympiacos 2-1. Midtjylland fell 1-0 to SK Graz. Ferencváros defeated Trabzonspor 3-2. And SC Freiburg got the better of Karabag by 2-1. Next week will be the second round of fixtures in the UEFA Europa League. Next week, Thursday, to be specific, will be the second round of fixtures, and we look forward to that to see the progress that will be made by the different teams that are competing. Who knows, Kahim Paris, he could make his European debut for Dynamo Kiev as they host AEK Lamaka in Krakow, which is of course in Poland. So that's an opportunity for them to get off the mark in terms of points within the competition. Because as you know, it's only the top team that advances to the round of 16 of the competition, while the team that finishes second, they advance to a knockout round playoffs, which is essentially like a round of 32. So they play the team that falls down from the competition above them. So that's where it is. And Mikel Antonio and West Ham United, they travel to Scandinavia next week, Thursday, and they play Skilleborg out of Denmark. That's next week, Thursday. Finish at the top of the group, they advance to the round of 16 right away. So that's the change, that's the adjustment, and we'll see how things progress from there on in. Let's take some of you guys' comments and see what you're saying. Antonio! That was Mr. Galaxy. Sup, fella? How you doing, ISABs? Hope you're doing well. There should be favorites to win. Making Antonio the first Jamaican to win the competition. God's willing. I think, yeah, you know, it was so close that with Kemar Roof and Rangers last year, he could have been the first Jamaican international to win the Europa League. Although Tyrone Mears is not Jamaican by heritage, he did represent Jamaica in one game, and Tyrone Mears was part of that Marseille team that went to the quarterfinals of the Europa League back in the 2008-2009 season, but they fell to the eventual winners, Shakhtar Donetsk. I think Antonio got an assist as well. That is correct, my friend. Does Paris have a relative named Piglet? Not that I'm aware of, no. No, not at all. What are your thoughts about the Chelsea sacking of Tuchel and the hiring of Graham Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? That's a good one. That's a really, really good one, honestly. But in all seriousness, though, guys, so as it relates to Graham Potter, I think he deserved this opportunity. You know, I was very, very impressed by what I saw of him at Östersunds because I remember that game very, very well, where Östersunds were playing in the Europa League and they took on Arsenal, and how much people were impressed by the work that he did. He's an individual, he's a manager that likes to build from the back. And I honestly, I'm very, very happy that he has received this opportunity. I think that it is well deserved. I'm surprised that it came at this stage, but I guess it's not a situation in life where you can say, oh, you know, I think I'll be ready in 2022, or oh, you know, I think I'll be ready in 2023. I don't, look, football doesn't work that way. It doesn't. So it's just a matter that needs to be looked at and say, listen, if an opportunity comes your way, you have to grab it with both hands. He did pretty decent at Swansea, even so that Marcelo Bielsa spoke about him, and Bielsa spoke about how impressed he was of him. He spoke about the way that he likes to build up from the goalkeeper, and it was clear that he has his mind and his knowledge of the game and how he interprets football is one of a progressive element. So going on to Brighton and seeing the way that Brighton plays and how they approach their football, it wasn't a surprise to me at all. It really, really wasn't. So I'm happy with what he has been able to do. And how he will do at Chelsea now will be determined as well by the level of respect that he will get in the dressing room. That's how I feel. And I think it's imperative now that when he goes there, he lays down the marker from day one. That is going to be very, very imperative that he does that as he hits the ground running. So for me, Graham Potter, it's a big job on his hands. And the only thing that surprised me about this is the 5-year contract that was offered towards him. Honestly, I did not expect it. I didn't expect it at all. But I remember the run they made in the Europa League 2017-2018 season, finished second in their group. They beat Arsenal 2-1 at the Emirates, and then they lost 4-2 in aggregate. But I remember that season as a whole, and it was an impressive run. And I was very, 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 not humbled, but pleased that you had somebody that was so determined, so forward-thinking. And these goals came in quick succession too. So going to the Emirates in front of 58,000 fans and getting a 2-1 win, Graham Potter, for me, did an excellent job. I think they call it wrong personally. Really? All managers get bad results. Every single one of them. So, about Thomas Tuchel now. With Thomas Tuchel, for me, if you weren't going to give him the pieces to the puzzle, then honestly, you're not going to get the results. So the decision that was made is not a surprising one. My thing is that if you weren't going to give him what he wanted, then why not, sort this out at the start of the season instead of at a stage where you're basically 4, 5, 6 games in. I was saying that because they call Paris poo. Oh. We need a poo. That's a good one, honestly. But yeah, it's clear. Certainly. It was good. So that was that. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button right now if you're pleased with the work that has been done by Jamaicans. We have Mikel Antonio on the score sheet. So hit that like button and don't forget to like, share, comment. So I really, really appreciate it. I think the 5-year contract is Toby B's way of declaring that the Chelsea era will be fundamentally different than the Roman Abramovich, even though the Tuchel sacking is Abramovich-esque. Okay, all right, I fully accept and take that point. It's still left to be seen, though. Will Graham Potter be given the time? If 3 results are not going his way, will they get the time? In January, will the resources come his way? That's something that also has to be ironed out as well. When will the squad be named? The Reggae Boyz squad for the friendly international against Argentina will be named, if not tomorrow, the next week. So the squad for the game, if it's not going to be named tomorrow, then the squad will be named next week. Fair point on Tuchel, Simon. The Truth and More says, and any update on the new coach? Yes, I will go live later this evening around 6:30 p.m. Jamaica time to provide more updates where this is concerned and be here to answer all the questions that you have. So stay tuned for that live. My request for you in that time frame is that you hit the like button to this video and also share with your friends. Share with your friends to subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary. All right, so I kindly encourage you to do that so that the world and everyone can be able to prepare for what I have to say this evening in terms of content. So we can look forward to that, and all being well, everything goes well. We also had a Jamaican winning a competition yesterday. Yes, we did. Former Jamaica under-20 footballer Enjoy Desart has won the US Open Cup competition with Orlando City. Even though he was not part of the roster, he is still part of an Orlando City team. So he will receive a medal for winning the trophy. So Orlando City, they have won the US Open Cup competition. They have won the US Open Cup competition, and as a result of winning it, they will have a lot of accolades coming their way, money as well. So they've won a trophy. They defeated Sacramento Republic 3-0 in the final last night. 3-0 in the final last night. Of course, Sacramento Republic, as you know, is the home of Deshaun Brown and Malik Foster. So they were on the losing end last night over in Orlando, Florida. Orlando's run has been an impressive one. They defeated the Tampa Bay Rowdies 2-1. They defeated the Philadelphia Union 2-1. They defeated Inter Miami 4-2 on penalties after a 1-1 scoreline. They defeated Nashville SC 6-5 on penalties after a 1-1 scoreline. They defeated the New York Red Bulls 5-1 in the semifinals back in July. And of course, in the final, they defeated Sacramento Republic by 3-0. So here we go. The oldest cup competition in the United States. Can you imagine that? Yeah. So that's one trophy now for Orlando City. Something they'll be delighted about. It's amazing how long this competition has gone on for. It has stretched from March earlier this year. So here we go now in September, and it's all done and dusted. And these included teams from USL 2 and the National Premier Soccer League. And the National Premier Soccer League, as we know, is the semi-professional league. So semi-pro teams also get a chance of winning this competition too. See Motown from USL League 2. They're in the League 2. So there you go. Will we see any new faces for the friendly? It's possible to see 1 or 2 new faces, but not a lot. Dre, any other sports? Big up Simon. What's going on, Dre? All is well? You're going to drive up to New York for the game, don't it? Oh, boy, I tell you. Mr. Galaxy says, like up the live, guys. So guys, like up the live, really appreciate it. And more information to come this evening, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. You know, when it comes to credibility, we got you covered right here on Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is where you come to for the latest factual information on Jamaican football. Big up Simon. Yeah, man. How was the Man U result today? Manchester United 0, Real Sociedad 1. Yeah, disappointing result. Of course, it was a altered team when you're bearing in mind 2 different centre halves playing in this game. And Bruno rested, Rashford rested as well. Sancho rested as well. Hi Simon, Nathan Redmond finally left England playing in Turkey for Besiktas, and they're on top of the league right now by 13 points. Yes, that is correct as it relates to Nathan Redmond. Nathan Redmond has followed in the footsteps of Dele Alli and has joined a club that is plying their trade over in Turkey. He wasn't getting much playing time last season. He might have played 27 games, but guess what? Not a lot came from the actual start of the games. But now he signed a contract with Besiktas, and it's a fresh start for him. It's basically a chance for them to go out there and deliver. You have Dele at the club as well. Atiba Hutchinson is the captain of the team. At Besiktas, Tyler Boyd is there. Gedson Fernandez is there. So you have good quality players on the Besiktas roster. They finished 6th last year in the Turkish Super League. So right now they're only just playing for the Turkish Super League title. And Besiktas right now, as mentioned, top of the league with 13 points. 2 points ahead of Konyaspor and Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce, they're 3 points ahead. Konyaspor, they're 2 points ahead. So as it relates to Nathan Redmond, Nathan Redmond is in a new environment and a real good chance for him. It's a new environment. And his coach Ralph Hasselhouten said, it's a good change for him. After 6 years, it was maybe time to get something new. We had a fantastic time here together, nearly 4 years with a lot of very good moments, some also not so good ones. But I absolutely had a good relationship with him until the end. Even there, he showed his professionalism in such moments. He added, it's a big change for him, but I think he made a good choice. So that was said about him by his manager, Ralph Hasselhouten. And Nathan Redmond gets the number 15 jersey at Besiktas. As it stands, we're looking at a situation where the players get in a contract until the end of the season, and depending on that, we'll see how far they go after that. Nathan Redmond was a member of England's squad at the 2011 Under-17 FIFA World Cup in Mexico, the same World Cup where Jamaica qualified for. That England squad had Raheem Sterling, Blair Turgott, Jordan Pickford. It was quite a quality unit. Nick Powell was part of that roster as well. Jordan Cousins was another member of that team. Brad Smith later went on to play for Australia, but he did spend some time in Liverpool's academy. Nathaniel Chalobah, Nick Powell, Hallam Hope. Hallam Hope is now representing Barbados. He has Bayesian heritage. So Hallam Hope, who is now at Oldham Athletic, spent some time in Manchester City's academy. Well, he's now applying his trade for Barbados. Other players, you have Max Clayton, that has turned a professional. If you look at all of the England players that went to that World Cup turned professional. Every single one of them turned professional. Only Matthew Regan, who was at Liverpool, was part of Liverpool Academy and didn't break through. So Nathan Redmond has that experience of playing at an Under-17 World Cup. And as it relates to the Under-20 World Cup, which was hosted in Turkey, that squad, you had your Eric Dyers, you had your John Stones, you had your Luke Garbut, Sam Johnstone, Danny Potts, formerly of West Ham United, the left back, centre half, now playing straight at Luton Town, Connor Cody, John Flanagan, James Ward-Prowse. Believe it or not, Harry Kane was even part of that roster too. Yeah. Jamal Lascelles, Tom Thorpe, John Lundstrom, Ross Barkley. All of those lads were part of that World Cup squad. But unfortunately, that team that went over to Turkey wasn't an impressive one. They got knocked out in the group stages of the tournament. So it was a disappointing one. Nathan Redmond can look at his attention in another direction and say, okay, maybe, I just have one England cap to my name. That was back in 2017. And that cap that I had for England was against Germany in a friendly. But now there's a chance. Redmond is still somebody that would like to have part of the program. I'd welcome him in a heartbeat. And I look forward to see what Rolando Aarons can do. 26, going on 27. Motherwell. And now is the time for him. Now is the time to really and truly kick on, because he's 26, and guess what? He hasn't played 100 games as a professional as yet. Injuries have derailed his career tremendously. Injuries have hurt him a lot. Well, Morrison is 29, and he hasn't played 200 club games as yet. You know, he hasn't played more than 38 games in a season before, and that was at Derby County last year. Prior to that season where he played 38 games, there were some opportunities where he only played 9 games, 4 games, 15, 17 games, 25 games. So the consistency of games is important. That's going to be crucial moving forward, extremely crucial. So that's something that we need to work on moving forward. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure to hit that like button and share this video to one of your friends right now. Would really appreciate it. Share the video around. Much appreciated. That would be great. So that's where we are right now. So that's where we are. That's where we are at this point in time. Still a lot of things more to discuss. Still a lot more things to discuss. And we will ensure that we have that for you. And you know, any question you have, you all can ask me. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into Reggae Boyz commentary. Make sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more content. This close to 15,000 subscribers, let's go.
This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Center, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.